asked this question about 1 million times in the last week or two, and I've been sent tons of articles and videos and such on this topic. And I think I have a different take than many people. So, firstly, I'd like to say that I'm not aware of any reliable set of evidence where people are clearly have some kind of change in their health related to being exposed vicariously to vaccinated people, like being near vaccinated people. Now, I know there's a lot of reports of sort of rumors or anecdotes of this happening, but it's not very easy actually to determine this kind of a relationship because, if it's true that 50% of the population is vaccinated, then really everyone is exposed to people who are vaccinated, right? And so we'd have to say, well, why are some people affected? Is it, their degree of exposure? And that's something we can quantify, like if people live, for example, with someone who's been vaccinated or have an intimate partner, or a child-parent relationship, then that would be more significant than, people they work with that they stay 6 feet away from all the time and all this kind of thing. So what I really mean to say is we don't really know that there's any even phenomenon going on that people are getting sick vicariously through vaccines. And then let me also say about the mechanism that this might happen is, it's hard to imagine because there's no other model where a protein, because a lot of people have been reporting, right, that the vaccine causes your body to now make this, spike protein, whatever that is, and that it's a very toxic protein and it can go from one person to another. But there's no other model for a protein going from one person to another and causing any, activity at all in the other person. It just, so if something doesn't already exist in nature as a phenomenon, it's hard to, then say, well, it occurs in this artificial situation with no, natural precedent. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense. And of course, we do have, proteins in our body fluids already. For example, we have enzymes and antibodies in our saliva, and we certainly do exchange saliva with other people, but our antibodies never attack the other person and cause disease. That's never been suggested, and our enzymes don't digest other people when our saliva goes on them. So I just don't think that it really makes sense, and I think this is a lot of people getting scared, and I'm concerned that especially if people are pitted against each other, vaccinated versus unvaccinated, that this is a divide and conquer type of strategy, and that will distract us from, worrying only about maintaining our freedom and oppression from the globalist influences, not from our fellow humans, who many of them have been duped or brainwashed into thinking that this vaccine is actually a good thing. And, it's important to develop compassion for those people and understanding and see them more as, victims or, people that are brainwashed rather than people who are evil or against us.
Yes.